did all this water come from? I mean, I literally was just here a few days ago. Oh, you know what? Maybe they had a pipe bust or something. Because that's a lot of water over there on the disc golf area. Hey, 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 everybody. Happy Self-Care Saturday. Where y'all at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Don't make me call you out by names. Just kidding. Just kidding. There are no names to be called. So, let me turn this camera around on me. Happy Self-Care Saturday, everybody. It's your girl, Coach Sunny D from the D, aka Sunshine Bridges. Sunshine Bridges is the name of my LLC. My businesses are all registered under Sunshine Bridges LLC. So that's where the name Coach Sunny D comes from, along with the bright sunny disposition, right? So I'm really excited that it's sunny here again in Detroit. It's cold though. It's cold. It was 70 degrees last week. It's like 50 today. So, hey, let me know where you're watching from when you pop on. Just say hello. Even if you're watching a replay, say replay and hello. What it do? You can get real Detroit with it and be like, what up, though? I know y'all learned that from watching BMF by now, right? What up, though? That is a Detroit thing, bro. So, I'm going to walk and share with y'all, share some things with y'all. Guess you can call this edition Sharing with Sharon. Hashtag Sharing with Sharon, which is also the name of my YouTube page, by the way. So, maybe I'll download this video when I get home and share it on my YouTube, because we're getting ready to share some things. So, first of all, happy Saturday. I'm so happy that it's August and the sun is out and it's beautiful outside. And I get the opportunity to get into the fresh air. That's where I'm at my optimal. That's where I'm at my best. I don't know about you, but I'm going to tell you about me. I'm going to tell you about me. And when you get on, and you feel free to tell me about you in the comment section. But for me, I love the sun. I love the warmth. I love the brightness. I love the energy that I receive from being in it. I just love the sun. And I notice that I'm my best self when I'm in a sunny environment. So, give y'all a little bit of background about what's been going on with me these last couple of months since this year began. So, Happy New Year. If this is our first time connecting in 2024, because y'all know how the algorithm is. It may not show you my stuff, and then all of a sudden I'll just come down your timeline and spread peace, love, joy, happiness, sunshine, inspiration, motivation, and hopefully a little bit of transformation in your life. That's my tagline. So, anywho, here's what I want to talk about. So, this year has been about growth and expansion and allowing and resting and stepping into the newness of the possibilities and the promise, right? Stepping into the newness of the possibilities and the promise. And what has that been looking like for me? So I'm always preparing for what's upcoming in the last quarter. And as a personal development coach, I seriously want to suggest that we start getting used to quarterly planning. There's this book called The 12-Week Year. I need to read that book. My business coach, she mentioned that book at a conference that I went to. I'm yet to buy that book, and I really don't know why, other than I buy so many books and I rarely get the chance to read them. But it's called The 12-Week Year. But the premise of that is basically what I'm talking about. Setting your intentions, your schedule in a quarterly manner. So when you set your... So what I did, because we talking about me. When I set my intentions for what I wanted to do January, February, March of this year, I did that last year in 2023. I did that around my birthday in October. And I started saying, okay, you need to Well, honestly, I really started doing it in September. And we just gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. But I said, okay, one of the first things you need to do, Miss Lady Boo, is you need to save. You need to not spend money on anything that you don't need to spend money on. And what did that look like for me? That looked like being home a lot, buying things in bulk, having things at my house so I can be comfortable, even down to cocktails, right? Going to the store and purchasing all the stuff that I need to be comfortable, and then taking my money and allowing it to compound in my bank account. So that meant turning down lunches with friends, not hanging out with people, not going shopping, not getting my hair done professionally, at least spending a lot of money on it, because for the most part I do those things myself. Nails, you know, moving from going into the shop to press-ons. But I don't really do press-ons because that implies a sticker, but the kind where you glue, right? And not over explaining myself to people as to why I can't be as present as they wanted me to be, because I had a goal, right? And I was setting my goals, and we should all be, as adults, setting our goals and ahead of time. So that's what I did. So that allowed me not spend any money, saving, allowing my money to compound, giving myself time to find cheap flights, find Airbnb. It allowed me to save 5 figures and also go on a sabbatical to Mexico, which is one of my favorite places to go, because that place, that climate, the people, the energy, the sun brings out the best in me. And the funny thing about this, I digress for a minute. The funny thing about this is I knew I was a Michigander as a little girl. I didn't fit in. I didn't like it. I was always cold. My nose was always running. I didn't like the weather change. I didn't like the gray days. I didn't like the way that the grayness of the fall and winter affected the moods of the people around me. Because I've always been this burst of sunshine, right? I was always quiet, laid back, but I've always been happy or wanting to be happy. And this place, this environment, the way it affected people and my family and my life, not only that, but it's a laundry list, right? The mindsets, goals, a lack of goals, alcoholism, drugs, all that stuff, partying too damn much. Those things impacted negatively too, but I'm just speaking specifically, you know, about that one thing. So, hold on. Hi, how you doing? Well, I almost lost my train of thought. Hold on, plus I'm coming down to, y'all wanna watch me run down this hill? Whee! So basically, I saved my money. That was the gist of that story, is to say, in spite of all those things that have happened or whatever, I knew that I need something different in my life. And I knew that there was no superhero in a red cape that was coming to save me, right? And I'll admit, I was always waiting on my Superman, some men, to come save me. And that's not anti-man. That's just saying that's what I had been waiting on. And he didn't show up, y'all. He didn't show up. Bunch of frogs and clowns and people who were disembodied from themselves showed up, but not that guy. So, and it's okay, because I probably was disembodied from myself during the season too. So the guy that I would match energetically now wouldn't have been able to even tolerate or deal with who I was then. Am I talking to somebody? Anybody's relating? And it's making sense? So, know thyself, right? It's basically the golden rule. Know thyself. And in all thy knowing, get understanding. So knowing myself, I said, well, let me go away and get away for a little while. And I really started doing this in 2023. And then it carried over into this year too. And now it's a thing until it's permanent. But I was like, let me get out this country. Let me disconnect from the energy, the energetics of the city, the energetics of the people, the energetics of like current black culture, which is very dysfunctional in my opinion, but don't nobody want to talk about that. I don't nobody want to talk about that. Very dysfunctional right now, and I was like, let me just get away from all this shit, because I'm a solution to many things, but I can't solve all things. I am not God. And I needed to get more aligned with what my assignment was. So I left. And while I was gone, I was able to get some rest and really come to terms with what I need to be doing. So, and what that looks like, right? So one of the things, now let's fast forward to now, this moment. Here I am walking. It's Self-Care Saturday. I'm walking by myself. This week, I watch a lot of personal development videos, y'all. I am very big, like, on personal development, self-care. So if you in my life and we spending time together and that stuff ain't important to you, then we probably not spending time together. I mean, it's really that simple, because when you know who you are and you know what your purpose and your mission is, you're not going to allow anyone, especially when you're fortified within yourself, to distract you or to take you down a road that God already delivered you from. Amen. You can't do that. It doesn't even make any sense to allow that to happen. So with that being said, you know, I'm here. And this is what I like to do. Like on Saturdays, if the sun is shining, I like to do that. I don't like sitting up talking on the phone a lot. I just don't. I like to, and I've been like this since I was at least 11 years old. So don't nobody start getting offended, because that's annoying. That means you got too much focus on me and what I'm saying, and not enough focus on you and what you're saying and doing. And that means we're out of alignment. But my point of saying that is, I never did, because it just seems like it's just a trap to have this circular communication without many solutions. And I'm very, now I will admit that growing up with all brothers and having a best friend who was male, definitely a lot of the time put me in masculine energy. And when I speak about masculine energy, I'm not talking about acting like a man or acting like a woman, because I think we got this whole feminine and masculine energetic thing all fucked up. Meaning I was just in this doing thing and making it happen and pushing through. Those are purely masculine energetics. We all have it within us, because as a black woman, if I didn't swim, I would have sank. There was nobody waiting to come. That guy in the red cape, he was not waiting to come rescue me. However, and all that embodiment of making shit happen, I started becoming disconnected from my feminine energy, which is just in the being state and the allowing state and the being quiet and being in touch with, right, myself, being able to answer those simple questions about myself. Them same questions that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. No, that wasn't even this video, that was another video, sorry. But I was asking questions like, in another video I was saying I had a 30-day manifestation challenge where I asked women a series of thought-provoking questions, because what I realized about us, especially women over 50, we are very fucking disconnected from ourselves. We are so outwardly focused on what she doing, what she saying, how she looking, how she feel, that we don't even stop to think about who we are. And nothing gets done like that. Like, and I was basically saying on another video in another private community that I have with my paid clients, I said, you know, my coach said something, and I have a post I think scheduled to go up, come up in like exactly 1 hour, and this post that's going to be scheduled in 1 hour talks a little bit about this. But I said my business coach said that women really need to shut the fuck up sometimes, and I said I actually agree. And I'm a woman. We always want to talk about this and talk about that and talk about her and talk about them and talk about what we think and talk about what we feel, and all that's great. All that's great. But sometimes we just talk too fucking much, and we need to shut the fuck up and get in touch with self and get to moving our bodies around, because a lot of that tension, depression, shame, guilt, anxiety, grief that we feel, anger that we feel, it's just locked up energy in our bodies. So I want to start pivoting in the way I show up as a self-care coach for women over 50. And I want to more so be the embodiment of what I want them to see. In order to do that, I got to do that, right? Wait, it looked like somebody on the side of my car. This is the thing about getting older, y'all. Your eyes, I heard ghetto boys. My mind's playing tricks on me. And now I can't sleep. I toss and turn. No, he's over there near his car. So my eyes are playing tricks on me. It looked like this guy was standing at the window of my car. And he are all back at the window of his car. Ooh, check. Ooh. So anyways, I'm gonna have to get my eyes checked. That was like, I was looking like, what is this young fella getting ready to do? And that's a woman on top of that, so that's even funnier. Anywho, that's what I want to do. I really want to, so let's get back into this self-care Saturday. Every Saturday, 12 noon, women need to meet me here. I think I really want to come here. I usually go downtown Detroit to the riverfront at Robert Velde Park. And I'm sure that when it starts to get warmer outside, we're going to meet down there too sometimes. And there's a picnic area. I got this whole vision. But I got so much I got to say. So let me slow it down a little bit. Breathe, Sharon. Breathe. So basically, Self-Care Saturdays, noon edition with Coach Sunny D. So last year and the year before, when I started Self-Care Saturday, I was having it downtown Detroit. The very first Self-Care Saturday, the very first one, I had a great turnout. It was a teacher edition. I had a great turnout. And within a week, within 7 days of that, I broke out in this terrible body rash that covered my whole body. It was burning. I personally feel it was as a result of that COVID shot. But they don't want to talk about that either. So they just trying to tell me it was all these other things. But I'm like, I don't know. So anyways, that sort of shut that down. And then it was a little murky last summer. And now here we are. And I'll take total accountability for it not getting off the ground the way it should have gotten off the ground, right? So here we are. So I'm trying to think in what order do I want to say this. So I saw one of the leaders that I follow on Instagram, a money minister coach, and she shared this video on her stories. And see, I'm in alignment with women who, let me say this about when I say alignment. I feel like I need to say this. I'm in alignment in this season of my life with those types of women. They are growth-minded. They share growth-minded information, not just messy shit. Not just shit that everybody talking about, which really ain't about nothing. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody growing from that. I'm talking about things that really can touch thought leaders or future thought leaders, right? And she shared in her stories this video. The video was about 15 years old, but it talked about leadership. Now, I'm a leader. And one of the things that I coach about, hold on. My battery's getting low, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit. I'm pretty much almost done talking about it. But one of the things I talk about, especially in consultations with leadership, is, and I'm talking about leadership at schools and places like that where I provide services. One of the things I talk about is leadership has nothing to do with having a degree. That does not make you a leader. That just makes you qualified to interview for a position. And sometimes you're the best of the least qualified. Woo! That just stepped on somebody's toes. Just because you're in a position, it does not mean you're a leader. Just because someone over you gave you a set of keys and told you you were a leader. Leadership is an embodiment of certain types of skills. And the number one skill of leadership is emotional intelligence and the ability to lead yourself and others. Hey, sister, how you doing? And the ability to lead yourself as well as others. So I don't think leadership is something that you can be taught. I think it's something that you're typically born with. Most leaders are able to go back in their minds to a time in their life where they was already a leader. Be it that you stood up for someone who was being bullied. Be it that you was the one to seek something first while others were afraid. Like, them qualities were already in you. Most people are followers. Yeah, most people are followers. They don't have any true sense of self or identity, so they latch on and follow the mainstream group. And 9 times out of 10, Correct, right. The mainstream group is leading you straight to hell with them because they also don't know who they are. So leadership is just such an important quality. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're a follower who's desired to be more of a leader, then get mentors, hire coaches, hire people that you relate to and resonate with that have already done the work that you're inspiring and aspiring to do, and get into it, get in alignment. Follow them. See what they're talking about, right? Because so many people want to lead something, but where are you leading people to? To hell? Like, where are you leading people to? To your confusion? What are you leading people to? That's the question. So, going back to this moment, and then I'm going to end this live. So, I'm doing these self-care Saturday walks. Started doing them a few years ago, as I just mentioned. And for an array of reasons, they never quite picked up. But as a leader, I take accountability for that, right? And see, that's what leaders do. They don't look around for who to blame. They like, okay, yeah, this happened. However, right, I said I wanted to do this and I wanted to master this or organize this or whatever the case may be, and I didn't do it. And not only did I not do it, I just stopped. I ain't tell nobody I was stopping, right? Shit happens, but them leadership qualities is being able to stand up and say, y'all, we going this way. Well, why are we going this way? We going this way because that's where the light is. That's where life is. That's where our abundance is. That's where our next level is. And it's going to be uncomfortable. And there are going to be some winded roads, and there's going to be some flooded areas, and there's going to be some rough terrain. However, if you want the life that you said you desire, you got to be willing to do the work. And doing the work, find a good, strong leader, if that's not the skill that you feel that you embody yet, and join forces with them, right? Nobody trying to turn you into followers of Sharon. I don't want you to be my follower. I want you to join forces with me. And what does that look like? So the last thing I wanted to mention, as I was mentioning before about the leader that I follow, and her Instagram story, she had this video, like I said, it was like 15 years old. It was a simple video on leadership. And it was this white guy at a park. I mean, it really looked like it was from the 60s. But the video was uploaded 15 years ago, but the actual video looked like it was from the 60s or maybe 70s, like at Woodstock, if you can imagine that. Or Penn State in the middle of a rally or something during those times. I don't know. But there's this white guy. Here, let me see if I can set this phone up and demonstrate what he was doing. So that's what he's doing, right? Everybody's just doing their thing, just like these people at the park. He's doing his disc golf. Where he at? This lady's walking towards me, looking at me like I was crazy. That's the same way the people in the video were looking at him. And he continued to dance, right? And he was dancing by himself. There was no music playing other than the music that was in his heart, his head, and his soul. And eventually, because he was a leader, and he didn't allow how odd he looked, or how crazy he looked, or how insane he probably looked to some, to make him stop. Eventually, one person showed up. And that's how a leader takes their vision and turns it into a movement. They show up in spite of walking on self-care Saturdays alone. And then one day, they have a movement of people walking alongside of them, right? Occupying the space that you don't even see the green anymore. That women start to become attracted to this movement because you were a leader and you weren't afraid to show up even when no one was paying attention to you. Kind of like this live video. No one's paying attention to you, but you're embodying, you're teaching, you're coaching, you're showing other women how to be committed to the process, even when you're the lone wolf standing in the park dancing like a fool by yourself until that one show up. And when that one show up, that one is not a follower. We got to get out of this. So I don't want to follow her. I don't want to like it because I don't want people thinking I'm following her. You are a partner in this journey called life, on this planet called Earth, where no one man or no one woman is a mountain by themselves, right? And that's how I know as a leader. I'll be here every Saturday afternoon at noon. If you want to know what park I'm at, it's in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, right off the I-94 service drive in Harper, near 8.5 Mile, next to a Walgreens. It's called Bryce Park, B-R-Y-S. And I would love it if you want to be quirky and fun, and let's get into alignment with one another, because see, only the women who are in alignment with my particular assignment from God, which is to activate that thing in women, to help them prioritize their self-care, to help them prioritize their personal growth and development after the fucking age of 50. Yes, bitch, after the age of 50. Because that Gen X group is some of the most disembodied humans you ever want to meet. We're so detached from ourselves, and I'm gonna speak this shit, and I'm gonna spit this shit until this battery die, because I'm a 53-year-old Gen Xer living in the city of Detroit, and we were raised by that generation before us. Woo! That generation before us. Woo! I mean, we love mama and them and aunties and them, don't get me wrong. And the generation that was before them, the silent generation, which created them people who raised our generation. Woo! Honey. Now, I work with women. I work with a lot of millennials, too. I find that a lot of millennials, women in their mid-30s, early 40s, are very attracted to me, very attracted to my message. And one of the things one of the ladies who was in my private group said was, I know that you say you work with women over 50. She said, but I got to just not even pay attention to that, Miss Sharon, because I don't want to be in my 50s still having to learn this. I said, bars. Mic drop, bitch. You dropping bars, because they ain't that the truth, but we don't want to shame for those of us who missed the message. I happen to be one of those who did miss the message early in life. That's why I have a calling for that particular group. But I'm not going to allow people who are not doing the work, and it's clear and evident when you're not doing the work. It's your observations on things. It's the way you see things and the way you take things in. Like, I have friends who make 7 figures a year. I practically see them at conferences, because any woman who's making 7 figures a year don't have time to do nothing. Now, she got time to check in with her family, check in with her friends, see how y'all doing, set up dates with y'all. Like, I got a date with a friend today. I gotta after this walk, I gotta make it one more time around. After this walk, I'm gonna call her, and I need to call my other friend who reached out to me the other day and see what was up with her, because I didn't get back with her because I was working. But and then I'm gonna check in and get off the damn phone. I'm not that friend that's about to sit up on the phone with you talking about what mom and them did, what this man did, what that job did, not for a long time. I want to talk about it too, but can we set a fucking timer? Can we just do that for like 3 minutes, and then let's start planning for the upcoming quarter? Let's start figuring out ways that we can turn this journey into a movement of badass bitches over 50 who show up and who moving their bodies and working that negative energy out of their bodies without just running our damn mouths all the time. As she runs her damn mouth. Woo! So, if anything I said resonates with anyone, like I said, I'm in a season of ouch and amen. I'm either going to be blessing you or burning the shit out of you. I'm either going to be attracting you or repelling you away from me, because we got work to do and we're not getting no younger. And time, This whole idea of time may be a social construct, but tell that to my body. Tell that to them gray hairs, right? Tell them to the achy bones and the brain fog. Although I got something for all of that too, which is called noni juice, but that's another conversation. Anywho, I hope this conversation blessed y'all. It certainly blessed me. I really want to do more of this. I noticed that this is another reason why I said we got to get out of all this talking and venting and get to moving our bodies around, because most of our stress and our trauma is locked up in our bodies, and it's not going to come out just talking about it. You're going to have to move your ass. You're going to have to get out and walk. You're going to have to run. You're going to have to move them shoulder blades. You're going to have to stretch. You're going to have to get the sun, get some fresh air, and watch them problems start melting away. Get into a support group in the community that can hold you accountable, that everybody get 2 minutes to vent, and then we put that shit on the timer, and then we move on to getting to feel good. Where y'all at, sisters? Because I know I'm talking to somebody. I may not be talking to the people who come back later and watch this video, but I'm talking to somebody, and if y'all know that person, share this video with them. Tag them on this video. If they're in the Detroit area and they're a woman, hell, we'll take 40, 45-year-old women on up. We won't be all funny because we done made it to the other side of 50. If you 45, we'll take you too, boo, because you live in the same Gen X reality that we live in. And let's start a movement. Don't have me the only lone wolf out here every Saturday at noon walking and flexing this energy around in my body and alchemizing this to be something that's beneficial to not only myself but those who are around me as well. So I think I've said enough. Again, I'm at Bryce Park. It's on 9 Mile and Harper in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, near the I-94 service drive. I'll be here every Saturday at noon. Every Saturday at noon. So I won't be taking phone calls. I won't be making other plans. This is for me. This is what self-care look like, y'all. This is what self-care look like. And when we get to the point when we got at least 5 women or more, we're fucking getting t-shirts. We're totally getting t-shirts. We are getting t-shirts. So where my 5 founders at? Where are my 5 original 5 at? That when we're giving our testimonial while we're on the stages across the world and we're writing books and we're selling out stadiums, we are the original 5. We are it. So, anywho, this your girl, Coach Sunny D, from the D, aka Sunshine Bridges, spreading peace, love, joy, happiness, sunshine, inspiration, motivation, and hopefully a little bit of transformation down your timeline. 2 quick announcements and then I'm gonna get off of here. If you guys still want to try Tahitian noni juice, which is what I just drank right before I came out here, which gave me tremendous energy because I had not been able to walk around this park 3 times until today, and I'm on my 3rd route. So I'm really excited about that. Get your Tahitian noni juice. It helps with it helps with inflammation. It helps with brain fog. It helps with any type of illnesses or any type of conditions. It aids you in weight loss, especially when you use it with the slenderized anti-drop system. It helps you drop weight. I mean, noni juice is an amazing product. It's been around 2,000 years, and I sell it. I'm an independent distributor. I also help other people start home-based independent distributorships for themselves, and you can use it as a business. But I would suggest you just become an independent distributor so you can get it at wholesale and drink it for your own health and wellness for you and your family. The second thing I want to mention is go to the link tree at the top of my page in my bio section and click on that link tree and go to the Delusional Manifestations group. If you're a woman, men, you can't join. It's not for y'all. If you're a woman, particularly a woman over 50, but I mean, it's some 30-year-olds in my group, so it's fine. And get in this group so you can start getting some deeper dives into who you are and why you do what you do, why you feel like you feel, and what's so great about you, and why are you worthy. And I don't mean it in a negative way, like why you worthy, because you're already worthy, but I need you to know why you're worthy. So y'all be blessed. Have an amazing, beautiful, sunny day. It's your girl, Coach Sunny D from the D, Coach Sunshine Bridges. And I'm out. Mwah. Let y'all get a quick look at the park.